All right, folks, 27th of November. It's about 2:30 p.m. This nice Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's Thanksgiving went okay. Hope you had a turkey and food and stuffing and all that other stuff hanging over here this morning. I know I did. Yeah, it's probably not wise to have 5 helpings, but we live and learn. Okay, I cheated a little bit here today. Decision was made to go ahead and open up the heifer lot here. I kind of started getting things going in preparation to do so here about mid-morning. First thing I did is went and opened up a line that only had it had about 26 bales in it. And this is a second crop grassy alfalfa. It's a small field that was planted pure alfalfa like 3 years ago, but the deer just decimated it. But there's still some alfalfa in there. And that's where these 2 bales come from. I know that for a fact. The rest of the line has got some of this in there as well, and also the new seeding alfalfa and regrowth, so to speak, of the smaller peas and oats field. So I'm gonna get them started on this. I had a half of mine open up the pure alfalfa. Not just yet, they can get started on this. So we'll talk about her and her. Now that I have things kind of wide open and I can see everything, as stupid as that sounds, there's 30 head in here. There's 29 of age breedable heifers for this next coming year. And there's one beautiful free martin heifer. Dad and I swapped a deal, or this, that, the other thing, whatever you want to call it. I ended up giving her to Dad. And just beautiful. But it's for springtime feeder sales, unless Dad decides to keep her and feed her out. That's up to him. But yeah, there's 30 head in here. Now that I can see things all opened up, and look at the difference right there. Look at the difference. I can assure you that she probably won't make the cut this spring to be continued to be kept. But we'll see what happens. A lot can happen here in the next 4 months. Almost 5. That's another one right there. I'm going to use the word scaly. They're a little bit scaly. Keep up with my lingo. I'm not using the word scrubby because that's a bad word. It is to me. But these 2 animals are scaly. Right now, I'm telling you that they're not going to make the cut, and they're probably going to be shipped for feeder weight type animals in the spring sales. But we'll see what happens. We got a long ways to go. I'm actually disturbing them and probably making them mad. They just got a grain ration, and starting today, it's only going to be an evening grain ration, and I got to start putting a little science to it. Hey girls. All right, I'm going to leave you alone. So yeah, this can't be helped. 1090. That's one of my favorite looking heifers right there. This is just the product of a lot of moisture weeks ago, and this is a cow yard. So yeah, this morning, I wasn't going to open the yard up until tomorrow mid-morning. But this morning I was obviously in here and I'm like, you know what, that's it, enough's enough. I'm very happy about this, believe it or not, because there's one hell of a hard pack there. I ended up spreading out 3 bales of soybean straw, round bales in here. And of course, over the last couple of weeks or better, it's been trampled on, manure, everything else. Very happy about this actually, but it is a god-awful mess. It was time to open up the gate, give them some freedom. I'm gonna let them settle down for about a day or two, and I will be rebedding this shelter, which of course they're not gonna come in here unless of course it's you know, time to bed down, nighttime, or that's a 4x5 bale of alfalfa. They'll come in there for dry hay. When that's all gone, the big ring and the big bales will be used. But yeah, I think it was a wise decision. They're all settled down. The balling was over. You know, there's a few of them that just got weaned off. 3 of them to be exact, Monday. So, you know, that was just 4 days ago or so. The balling was over. You could tell that there was some agitation, but the fact that the cows are confined to the yard, they can't see each other. That helps significantly. Otherwise, I'd be in for some real trouble here. Now, I have plans, and this will not be early, of Sunday morning. The cows are now going to get transferred to that lot area, only separated by, you know, there's 5 strands of electric fence there. I really should have strengthened up and doctored up that separation fence when I was working on fencing this fall. That was ill thought on my part. It'll be okay though. But yeah, come Sunday they're going to be able to see each other, and of course they're all going to gather, usually at that corner, which is a weak spot, but it's been fortified. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. For just a little extra TLC, I ended up picking up 2 tubs of what's called the AccuRation. It's a protein. There's 2 different types from Purina. There's that AccuRation. I forget the percentage on this stuff, but it's damn near, I'm going to call it pure protein. Very good for these calves right now. They also make a tub that's I'm going to call it like a pure mineral mix, and they'll be getting some of those in the springtime. But this is all they're getting here. That's as fancy as I'm getting just for their settle down period here. And no more of that stuff. As far as the very ever important mineral, I've added mineral now into the grain ration, which I just had another delivery of grain, which is 6,000 pounds for me. This morning. I ran out last night, but I had just enough to do a normal feeding. Excuse me, this morning. Yeah, I didn't keep tabs on that very good. Settle down. Jeez. Bunch of pigs. Hey, girl. Yeah, that's small red. We'll see what happens. I've seen it before, and of course this is wishful thinking. You take an animal this time of year, and then come springtime, complete difference. We'll see what happens. As you can tell, they're pretty rough, pretty sloppy, and that was an obvious reason for opening up that gate and letting them breathe. Yeah, this is the other scaly one right here. You're okay. You're all right. Yeah, they're settling in real good. Opened the gate up at 1 p.m. Dad came over, just to help out with a weak corner. Basically we'll call it deterrence, which one of the weak corners is right here. And the other weak corner is the gate with that, I hung down some of that fabric fencing, ribbon fencing, whatever the hell you want to call it. It helps. It just makes them pull up to it and think twice. Every one of these calves knows, these heifers, they know what electric fences are, except for 3 of them. They were hutch and then super hutched raised. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm putting a lot of stock into this yard, no pun intended. I'm putting a lot of stock into these this group of girls here. The absolute goal is 10 of these, and these are all going to get specialty bred. These will all get bred AI this summer. I've got a plan. We'll talk about it next. Some other video coming up. Obviously to a Cavanese sire bull. 10 of these are going to be bred within mines to a sale that I've spoken about, I think, already once or twice. And that is a spring sale of 2022. I'm going to try something. Hopefully I don't lose my ass too bad. Yeah, this is good stuff here. Good stuff. It's fair. It's not your pure alfalfa, but this is good feed. Spring of 2022, I have April in mind. You can't count on May up here. I'm planning on having a sale here. You can about mark my words on it. And it's going to be 5 to 6 breeding bulls. 4 of them are going to be yearlings. 2 of them are going to be the bulls I have now, Remington, and of course SOB, Son of Blaster, because quite obviously I'll be done with their use. 2 years and you're out. You know, this coming summer they'll be ready for sale on that sale in the spring of 2022. The goal is to have 10 bred heifers that are within 1 month or so of calving, which is going to kill me as a cow-calf operator here, but I'm going to do it. And then roughly about 10, and we'll see what happens. I'd like to say a higher number, but right now I can guarantee you 10 open heifers, which of course is going to be this coming spring's calf crop. So that's the plan. You got to have a plan, you got to have a goal. It's just a matter as if it's you know, if it comes to fruition, and we'll see what happens. You got to have a goal, and that's my goal. I'm not gonna get negative Nelly on you here. I think you know better than that. I try to be about as positive as you can. Try to. But the fact of the matter is just depending on a calf crop here and feeder sales, I really don't think it's going to cut it. According to today's market, today's prices, the prices that I just received from the shipments of my feeder calves, the answer is no. The answer is a lot of sleepless nights. Trust me, I've lost a lot of sleep in my life. If I can do something to fix that just a little bit, I'm going to. And that's one of my fixes. And we'll see. An annual sale. But you know, that preparation starts now. We're talking spring 2022. But you need to understand, there's 10 of these girls in here, and I'll do my pickings come springtime. I can tell you right now, 1098 is a guarantee. 1083 is a guarantee, unless something comes amiss here this winter. Of course, you know, I like the black baldies. That's what I aim for. But of course, I'm going for pure blacks for that bred heifer sale. So it starts now. A lot of, we'll say, concentrations are going to go into this year's AI breeding program coming up, you know, summer 2021. Number one, timing. Number two, sires. Gen X, who is just a treat to deal with. Their local rep and I are going to be sitting down and we're going to be matching up according to bloodlines and everything else. So I'm looking real forward to that. But yeah. Anyway, the Heifer's Lot's open. That's a big old brute right there, 1104. Nice black baldy. Yeah, you're staying here, girl. I ain't letting you go. You're staying. You're staying. This is one of the reds that I purchased, and extremely happy with their size. Extremely good health. Unbelievable condition. I'll just freely admit those reds put my reds to shame. Not that we're having a contest here, but yeah, you're staying too. You're staying here. You big pig, you? Huh? So that's it, folks. Heifer Lot's open. Day early. Want to do a small video about it. There's only about 3.5 days left of hunting season. I'm going to get chores started here in just a little bit. In fact, I've already started. Right? Yeah, it's the second week of deer camp, second week of deer season. There is a famous psalm that's named after that. And the heat's on at camp right now. It gets opened back up all this weekend. There's plenty of us going hunting tonight, whether anybody's gotten their buck or not. They're just sitting out. Preferably for another one if they got another tag, or of course doe permits. We need to do our job around here and take some of those does out. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I'm going to do chores up here, and I'm sitting tonight, actually all this weekend, except for the mornings. Mornings I got a little bit too much going on, and enjoy a nice warm hot camp and some good food and handful of refreshments in the evening. So yeah, just another big step here, folks. A big step for me that makes me feel very good here about putting things where they belong for the winter. And it feels pretty good. We're going to see what happens Sunday mid-morning when I transfer the cows over to the cow lot. And hopefully we don't have any problems. As you can see, we're pretty settled in here. Pretty happy about that. They have not found the water source yet. Not that I could see, but I'm not too worried about it. They get thirsty, they'll find it. Hope everybody had a very nice Thanksgiving. And nice weekend to come and everything else. And we're going to talk to you sooner or later.